I have a wheel here with all 39 skulls currently in the game, and I have to spin this wheel to see who I get and then build a run around that character and beat the first hero. So let's get into it. Now the rules for this challenge are simple. Number 1, we have you can only use the designated skull that you got from the wheel. Number 2, we have that you can pick 2 items and 2 skulls from the starting area. Number 3, you can use your wild card to either pick up a quintessence or an extra item because it is modded. And number 4 is that we only play till we win, so we have to beat the first hero. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's spin this wheel, and please just give us someone good and someone that isn't Berserker. And what are we going to be getting? Please stay on Thief for me. And there we go, we do get Thief, which is a extremely good pickup.
Oh, let's go! That's class!
So let's go ahead and get into the build. Okay, so here we are. We have Thief with the back roll ability, because it is probably one of my favorite ones on him, especially when he gets upgraded to Legendary, and you will see why later on. And for the items we've got the Carleon Staff and the Carleon Insignia, and I'm going to use my wild card to pick up the Chosen Hunter's Arrow, because I really want to do a very, very overpowered crit build. So let's pick this up, take this, and if you didn't know what it does, basically it increases your magic and physical attack for every 1% of crit rate you have. Now, I'm going to skip ahead to the Yggdrasil fight, so I'll see you there. But whilst we have just beaten the adventurers, we are just going to upgrade Thief here to rare whilst we have the bone fragments. And now I will actually see you at the Yggdrasil fight. Okay, so here we are at Yggdrasil. We got 32 bone fragments, so we can get this guy upgraded to unique, which is really going to help us out because we'll get that second ability, and his back roll will change again to the smoke screen. Now, for the items we've got, we have the basic Carleon Staff, the Carleon Insignia, Chosen Hunter's Arrow, the Golden Sword, the Mane of the Beast King, the Standard Issue Bow, and the Sphere of Sniping. So our crit damage is going to be doing an absolute ton right now. We just need to get some extra misfortune at the next shop, and if you could find Thieves' Black Steel Daggers, Assassin's Dagger, and the Invisible Knife, that would really help out this run.
Ball of foreshadowing.
But there's nothing else for us to do except kill Yggdrasil, so let's go.
Okay, let's go.
And Thief here is one of my favourite magic skulls just because he does so much damage. And if you do get his smoke screen ability like I have, when you get it to Legendary, you do become invincible when standing in the smoke. And you might think because this guy is doing physical damage with his basics that he is a physical skull, but that is not true. He does want to get upgraded with magic damage because you're mostly only doing damage with his skills.
Liar.
And we don't have a ton of crit right now, so the Chosen Hunter's Arrow isn't doing a ton for us, so this might take a little bit longer for us to actually kill Yggdrasil here, especially with us only having back roll. Like I said, it can't really hurt him too much when this guy's at rare, so we might be swapping out to Lil Skul here just to go and help us actually kill Yggdrasil and not take 20 minutes to kill him. Luckily, he should be out of his first form here with one more hit. We're on to his second phase. Took a lot more damage than I would have liked in that first phase, but we should be fine to keep the revive, unless I do something absolutely stupid. So let's just play it nice and safe with Thief here, get the back rolls in when I can. Unfortunately, his spikes don't actually land on the platforms, they can only really land on the side there, so that's why we really can't do like any damage to this guy. But Yggdrasil here is not going to be living for too much longer, a few more basics and they should be finished off. And there we go, Yggdrasil is down. Now let's open the chest here. What are we going to be getting? And this is a really tough choice between Pot of Greed and Troll. Well, I'm going to be taking the Pot of Greed here just for the increased physical and magic attack. So let's take this and let's move on to the curses. And what we're doing is picking up Rift Blade, upgrading that, and also picking up Lethal Speed. And we can move on here to Act 2 and upgrade Thief here into Unique. And here we go, we have Unique Thief. So his back roll has changed now to his smoke screen. And we're still going to be prioritizing Skull Rooms because we do want to get this guy upgraded to Legendary as quick as possible. Because like I said, he does get a lot better when he does upgrade to Legendary. And because we are going to be doing so many basic attacks with this guy, Rift Blade on Thief is actually not a bad idea. Just because you are going to be doing so much damage with your basics. And if we can find either the Invisible Knife or just some extra crit damage, it would also really help. If you could also get a little bit of attack speed, that also will not downplay Thief whatsoever. Luckily, Rift Blade at the moment, because Thief attacks so quickly, is doing so much damage. Same with the smoke screen. I'm not expecting him to be killing this quickly this early on, but I am certainly not complaining. We want to be taking out the trumpet guy here before he does anything, and we can just use the spikes to kill him if we want. Unfortunately, he does have quarantine, so we are getting just a little bit more than I would like. Luckily, the basics should be able to finish this guy off with with the Rift Blades, and we are just really trying to make our way over to a shop because we are such low on health. And the throw gold should be able to finish off the final few guys. And let's make our way into the shop. I'm going to be buying the food, and we do go ahead and find the invisible knife.
Thank you.
That is an insane pickup early game, so let's take this. We also do find the Bone of Mana, so let's take that for the main of the Beast King. And we're also going to be destroying the golden sword here and picking up the 20 bone fragments, and also swapping out Lil Skul for Predator. And we can move on here. Really just want to find some more Skull rooms. If we can get a little bit luckier and find a few more uniques or even a legendary, that would really help out. What is that damage we are doing right now? We are literally killing people so quickly. I mean, we do have one of the best items in the game, in my opinion, with the Chosen Hunter's Arrow, which I really love because me and crit builds, they just go hand in hand. I absolutely love doing a good old crit build. It's my bread and butter in this game. And because we do have the Bone of Mana, we are wanting to find a balanced skull. So if you can find, say, some really easily, like a mage or even alchemist, that would work well for us to give us that extra amplification for our wisdom. But luckily right now we are just murdering literally everybody in mere seconds. And the reroll NPC we are not worried about. And Bomber, we will actually take, you know, because having him as a support skull is certainly not bad. 67 bone fragments. We can't get this guy upgraded to legendary just yet, unless we somehow find a legendary in the, or after this adventurer fight, should I say. Luckily, these guys are literally just dying so quickly. The priestess should just be dead here, and same with the warrior. Okay, we can destroy the warrior's pauldrons, and we can just destroy Hunter here. 78 bone fragments. We can't get him upgraded. We can only hope to get him upgraded just before Act 3. Luckily, with the way things are going right now, that should actually happen. We've only got the few guys remaining at the top. Luckily, a throw gold should deal about half his health, and the basics are going to be able to finish him off. I want to hear your guys' opinion. What is the best item in the game for you lot? For me, it's gotta be the ring, just because of the insane utility it gives me, and you can fit it on literally 90% of the runs you actually build. So let us know in the comments below, and let's open the ominous chest here. Nothing too good, so we'll destroy the Cup of Longing and move on. Really just trying to make our way as quick as possible to the sisters fight, and I would love to find a few more skull rooms to actually get this guy upgraded, because we are still sat on 78 bone fragments, which isn't exactly ideal, but we are just murdering people left, right, and center, so it's not really too big of a problem. Even this big trumpet guy nearly just dies to a gold throw. And let's open the chest. We will just destroy the offensive wheel and move on to the shop. And I'm happy I didn't pick up Troll here, because we have gone and found Susanoo, so let's pick this up. Let's also open the green flask, swap Werewolf out for Mummy and him for Bomber, and let's take the 10 bone fragments. If we get literally one more skull room now, we will be able to get this guy upgraded to legendary just after the sisters, which is what we wanted. And I think this run is actually going to be turning out to be one of the strongest I've ever had. Because even though we're only in Act 2, we are literally destroying everybody we see. Even the purple guys are not standing a chance to us. And having Susanoo on our side now also really helps, because it is probably just the best quintessence in the game, hands down. Doesn't matter what you're doing, either a physical or a magic build, it always works. And we've got the final few enemies remaining here. Luckily, they should all just die to us. And there we go. We can actually swap out Alchemist for Bomber, just to get that extra balance skull for the amplification damage. And we can actually go ahead and get this guy upgraded to legendary now. So you know what, let's just pop a Susanoo, even though I know that guy's got plate armor and it will not kill him. It didn't even get rid of his plate armor at all. So now you know, don't use Susanoo on a guy that's got plate armor, because it literally won't damage him. But luckily the basics are just gonna be able to kill him anyway. And we are just trying to make our way as quickly as possible to the sisters. And we do go ahead and find the Harpy Knight as well. That is really good. That's just an extra 2 ticks on a totem for us. And let's see who we get. Warlock, thank you for your sacrifice. You can just get destroyed, and let's move on to the sisters fight. This should be an absolute breeze for Thief here, so let's just go ahead and kill him.
Okay, let's go.
Now, I'm not going to be taking overpowered items on every run like this, but because it is Thief and I love doing crit builds on him, I just had to pick the Chosen Hunter's Arrow. Now, the sisters here shouldn't really do any kind of damage to us. We just need to play it smart and not get hit by every single attack like that. And as soon as one sister actually comes in here, she should just be pretty much dead. So we're going to start off by a Susanoo. Let's go for the dodges, and we still get hit by that somehow. Let's just jump over all these attacks, go for a throw gold. We can dodge in, and now we go for the basics, and this should actually finish the sister off here. Or not, because she's on literally 1 HP, so the final final few basics should be able to take her out if she doesn't want to do that. And unfortunately, we did get the wrong sister in here, but it doesn't matter because she should die either way from these smoke screens. Only got a tiny bit of health left, so a throw gold might be able to finish it off if we were a little bit lucky. And there we go, we're on to the second phase. We're going to be starting off by popping a Susanoo here, but we don't want to be taking too much damage and getting hit here. So let's just play it safe. She does get hit by that. We can just jump over there and go for the throw gold. And this fight is just all about playing smart. You don't want to get hit by stupid amounts of moves, but the sister here should just be dead if we can actually hit her with the basics. And there we go. She actually died way quicker than I thought. I wasn't even looking at a health bar, but that is the power of Thief with crits. And let's open the chest here. What are you going to be giving us? And speaking of the best item in the game, we do go ahead and find the ring. So let's pick this up. Pot of Greed is activated, and Voodoo Doll we might as well take for the Carlane insignia, and we can move on here to the curses. And what we're doing is picking up Riftblade to max, upgrading lethal speed, and we're also going to get Go-Getter. And we can move on here to Act 3 and upgrade Thief to Legendary. And here we go, we have the Legendary Thief. We're going to be putting the rest of the bone fragments into the HP and then the skill cooldowns and attack speed, because the more we get that maxed out, the more damage Riftblade is going to be doing for us. And his smoke screen now, when you sit in it, you physically cannot take any damage unless you time it poorly like that. But we're going to be doing so much damage right now. It is literally insane. I don't think even Freezer can handle us. So whilst he's here, let's throw some gold at him, and yeah, he's just dead. We're doing so much damage. It is so good. This is why Thief is just one of my favourite skulls. Now let's open the chest here. Solar Sword isn't exactly bad, so we will pick this up for the Voodoo Doll. Hopefully we can find Fulgent Dawn if we are lucky, but all that I can ask for is that we do actually find some crit increasing items, like the Assassin's Dagger and stuff like that, because we have not found too many right now. So the Chosen Hunter's Arrow isn't giving us a massive boost, but we do get the Stone of the Air, which is certainly not bad. So let's take this for the standard issue bow, and let's move on to the shop. Let's take the 10 bone fragments. I'm going to go up top and re-roll for an item. And the Armor of Fear isn't exactly good, but we will just take it to let it get destroyed, and we can move on. And this crit build is certainly doing wonders for us. Even though we don't have a ton of crit rate, we are still just literally one-banging anybody we see. And the guy down there can just freak out by himself. I'm just going to come up top and kill everybody else, then worry about the purple alchemist at the bottom. And with Thief, if you didn't know, you do actually get a lot of gold in this run, because he does generate gold on hits. So getting treasure and stuff really does help, because you're just getting so much gold with him. So you're not really going to have any problem in the shops, because you're basically always maxed out on money. And the throw gold should be able to finish off everybody else in here. And we do get a legendary. Davy Jones can get destroyed. Thank you very much. And let's move on to the next skull room. If you can find a few more legendaries like that to get the totems maxed out, that would really help us out. Let's pop a Susanoo here just to help kill the purple enemy and the guy up top. And Freezer's down here, so let's pop a smoke screen on him. Let's just go for the basics and the gold throw, and let's see who we get. Ghoul can get destroyed. Let's move on to the adventurer fight, and it doesn't really matter who we're fighting because they will just die. Luckily, having Thief here actually gives us a chance to find Thieves' Backsteel daggers, so let's wait for him to all sit in the corner. Let's pop a smoke screen and just go for the basics to get the big damage off here. Let's go for a throw gold, and we're going to be going after the Thief here first. Whilst he is just by himself, he should actually nearly be dead. So let's pop a smoke screen. We can't get hit. The Thief should get stunned and killed. Same with the warrior here, and we've only got the fire mage to worry about. So let's pop Susanoo, go for a gold throw, and that nearly just did half her health. What is happening? I don't know, and they're already dead. Unfortunately, we didn't get thieves from Thief, so we'll just go ahead and destroy Genie. Let's put the rest of the bone fragments into the HP, and it should actually be maxed out. There we go. So let's put the rest of the bone fragments into the skill cooldowns and attack speed. Getting that up next is really going to help us out with Riftblade. Like I said, having that maxed out is really good for us. Let's just make our way over here, kill Freezer, because we shouldn't have to go to the bottom, or it's going to make us do it anyway. So let's just go down here, kill all the Neo Golems so they don't spawn the big dude. Now let's open the chest here. Nothing too good, so we'll destroy the after image. And what are your guys' opinions on Thief? Because if you certainly haven't tried him, I would really recommend giving him a go. He is extremely fun to use. So we're popping a Susano here to get rid of the alchemists and the totem with the big purple dude. I mean, he should just die by himself to the spikes. You don't exactly have to kill him, but it's just a lot quicker to actually go for the kill on the dude. But if you really are low on health, you can actually just let everybody kill themselves on that stage. And let's move on to the shop here. And we finally find it. We do get the assassin's dagger, so let's pick this up for the sphere of sniping. And we do actually find thieves, so let's also take this for the basic Carleon staff. We'll also take the 10 bone fragments and swap out alchemist for prisoner here. And now this build has just got 20 times better with thieves black steel daggers. We are literally just going to be one-tapping most people here because we've got the insane 40% crit rate now when we do get our basics up. So nothing can really stop us anymore. I would go ahead and check my crit rate right now, but I physically can't because it is still broken on keyboard and I cannot plug in my controller. So you're just going to have to believe that it is extremely high because I can't really be arsed working it out, even though it's not too much. And let's see who we get. We'll swap alchemist back out for prisoner actually, just to get the extra bonus amplification on the bone of mana. Even though we're not exactly going for any kind of wisdom run, it's just kind of nice to have to get that amplification damage, even though the basics are literally just killing everybody anyway. I mean, this run, it was finished from the start as soon as we found the invisible knife, which is actually the hardest bit for me to actually find. This run was sealed in the bag. And let's let Genie get destroyed. Let's move on to Chimera. And I want to see how fast we can actually kill him. I don't think he'll last more than 10 seconds, something like that. So, let's go.
This is big brain time.
Okay, here we are on Chimera. Let's pop a Susano, go for a gold throw, and set the good old smoke screen out. Let's just get the basics up there, and he's going to last more than 10 seconds because I cannot attack him whilst his poison's in there. Let's go for another smoke screen, activate the gold here, and Chimera should not be living for too much longer. Yeah, he's already gone ahead and done his move where he backs away because he cannot handle the power of Thief right now. Let's go for a smoke screen, go for a gold throw. He can just sit at his face and face tank, and there we go. He is already dead. And let's open the chest here. What are you going to be giving us? We do find Light Spirit Lou, which we will actually take for the Solar Sword, so we can lock in our 4th Wisdom at the shop, just to amplify off our magic damage again. And whilst we're in the curses, let's see what we're going to be picking up. We're just going to be upgrading Lethal Speed and moving on. Now let's put the rest of the Bone Fragments into the attack speed and skill cooldowns, and let's move on to Act 4. Like I said, nothing can stop us. We are just making our way through this as quick as possible. All that I can ask is maybe we go ahead and find Nether Mana Suppressor just to really help our magic damage, because we'll probably swap it out for Light Spirit Lou, even though he is a very good wisdom item and we do have Go-Getter giving him the extra damage. I think the Nether Mana Suppressor overall would just work a lot better for us. Well, I'm certainly not complaining with what's happening right now, and let's destroy the Omen item, move on here. We're just really trying to speedrun our way to the adventurer fight and then onto Joan herself, because nobody is going to be able to kill us here unless we take some really stupid damage, which could happen because I am a donut playing this game sometimes. Luckily, if my brain does just want to work, we should be able to get through this place nice and easy. The gold throw didn't even let that guy spawn, and we do get the halfling girl here. Not like it's totally useful for us unless we take a tiny bit of damage here, which we didn't, so we will just take the gold, move on to the shop. Let's take the 20 bone fragments, and we're going to lock in our 4th and final wisdom. Yeah, if you have not tried Thief, go give him a go right now, because he is possibly outputting the highest damage I've ever done in this game, and that is saying something because I have had some ridiculous runs here, and it's obviously not like one of the most broken because that spot is held for Bomber. If you can get a duo Bomber run with Kaboom, you've basically just beaten the game instantly there by yourself. Luckily, we've only got a few more dudes left here, and we do get Lil Gust, which, I mean, if we had enough money, we would speak to you, but we don't, and there's not like there's any items that I really want you to give to me anyway, because the only thing you could actually give me is Nether Mana Suppressor, which you do not have a good chance of doing that because you always love to give me just some absolutely terrible items. And the executioner here should be dead into the smoke screen and a gold throw. Only got a few enemies left, and we should actually probably be fighting the adventurers after this room, or I am wrong, it's most likely going to be the next one. And let's let Gargoyle get destroyed, move on. All that I can ask is that you give me just a few more uniques or some legendaries to be able to get the totems maxed out nice and early on. And let's kill the final few dudes here with the basic attacks. Let's get the HP maxed out and get rid of our skill cooldowns, or debuffs should I say, and let's see who we get. Predator can get destroyed. Let's move on to the adventurer fight, and it is only going to be fitting that we do fight the archer, and that's not true. We are going to get the easiest one in the priestess, so I do not think she's going to live for long. So we are going to be starting it off with a Susanoo, go for a gold throw, and let's sit up the basics in the smoke screen, unless she wants to move like an absolute knob she is, and she's going to get her ultimate move off, which is quite annoying, but there's nothing we can do, so let's just set up a smoke screen, go for the gold throws and the basics. She is certainly not going to be living for any much longer. That was probably one of the easiest fights of my life. Let's destroy Froskull here, put the rest of the bone fragments into the attack speed, which will probably be able to get maxed out right now. Let's move on to the magic attack. If we can get that maxed out by the end of the game, that will really help us out, just to get that extra 100% magic damage. It does actually help in the long run, and we're just trying to make our way over to a shop as soon as possible, because we've taken a little bit more damage than I would have liked in that adventurer fight. Luckily, having heirloom is really helping us, because we get that free hit off, and Yaksha can get destroyed. I'm wanting to try and do another run on him, because he did get buffed in the magic patch if you didn't see it. And let's make our way down. We should just be able to throw a smoke screen down to kill most of these guys, but he's going to be an absolute knob and spawn literally 20 of these purple things, so hopefully we can get these destroyed before too many more spawn, and throw gold should be able to kill him. Let's take the money, move on. Like I said, just trying to make our way over to Joan as quick as possible here, so let's kill the purple enemy. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me destroy this about 4 times, so let's move on to the end of the skull room. Let's take the money, move on to the shop. We are going to be taking the food. We'll take the 10 bone fragments, and we're also going to come in here and lock in our second antique, and let's reroll up top for our final item. Nothing good, so we'll just move on here to the next skull room. Just trying to keep our HP as maxed out as possible for the Joan fight. Not that I'm thinking she's going to be lasting too long actually fighting us, but you never know. We've got to play it safe just a few times, because you can always take some stupid damage, and we do find King Slime in here. Okay, Slime, if you want to be an absolute lad and give us a double chosen hunter's arrow, I will absolutely love you for the rest of time and never complain whatever you give me again. And Arclich here is going to get destroyed. We can actually max out our totem now, so there is no point in going for any more skull rooms, and there's nothing I want to get destroyed, so let's speak to King Slime. Just please give us something to do with crits or the chosen hunter's arrow, and what you're going to be giving us, you are going to give us light spirit loo, which I do not want. So let's move on here to the next item room, and yeah, we're just trying to make our way over now, because nothing is actually able to kill us, because we are just killing everything so instantaneously. It is ridiculous. I don't think even the hero can actually stand up to us anymore, and I have opened the chest. There's not really anything too good in here, so let's destroy Hope Slasher, move on. Only if that could have been Nether Mana Suppressor, I would have really enjoyed that, but it is not wanting to give me that today. Let's kill the final few enemies remaining in here with Guts, and we do get the Halfling Girl, which is certainly not bad. We'll take the free heal just before the Joan fight, especially since we're taking a bit of damage in here. So let's go kill the remaining statues in this place, speak to the Halfling Girl, and we should be able to get to full health no matter what she gives us, and she gave us the 20% anyway. It basically gets us to full HP, and let's take the money, and we are on to the Joan fight. Now, we all know she's got her 2 phases in the totems, and then the Joan fight herself. She's not going to be living for any kind of time, so let's go ahead and kill her.
Okay, let's go.
And here we are at Joan. Like I said, she's not going to be living for any kind of time, so we can just go ahead, get rid of the first totem on the right, or if I actually knew my left and right, it is on the left hand side, just don't mind me. It's been a very long day, and luckily this second one should be able to get destroyed. We can just probably one-tap this second totem. We're already onto the Joan fight, so let's start off by popping a Susanoo and then just going for the basics. So let's pop a Susanoo here, let's go for a smoke screen, and then we can just tank the basic attacks here. Let's get the big damage off. She's already on half HP. Let's go for a gold throw, and if you're wanting to sit there, luckily the smoke screen can actually hit you, so we can just sit atop of you. Let's try not take damage on the floor, shoot a gold at her. Let's just sit on top for a smoke screen, and Joan's just going to be dead here. And let's open the chest. What are you going to be giving us? And you know what? We might as well take the Archbishop's Scriptures. I think it's a really cool item, so let's get this for the Light Spirit Low. And let's move on to the Curses. And we're going to be putting the final points into Go-Getter to get that maxed out. And let's move on to the final act. Put the remainder of the bone fragments into the totem here to get it maxed out, because it only takes 150 bone fragments. And there we go. We got all 3 of them maxed out with a little 18 left over. And we're just trying to make our way as quickly as possible to the shop now and then to the hero fight. And is there anything in here that I actually want? Not really, but so we will just take the 10 max life, reroll one more time because why not? And nothing here, so let's move on. And if you have enjoyed today's video and you do want to help support the channel, make sure you do drop a like, subscribe if you are new here. There will be a playlist linked down in the description to all my other Skul videos, and there will also be a link down in the description to the Discord if you want to speak to me and any other members of the channel. And for the run we have got going today, we've got Legendary Thief paired up with Susanoo, and we've just gone for an all-out crit build with the Chosen Hunter's Arrow, Thieves, Assassin's Dagger, and the Invisible Knife, and then the rest of the items are just some utility in the Ring and Pot of Greed, and the rest is our Wisdom. And for our dark abilities, we're gone for the Rift Blade because we are doing basic attacks so often, and Lethal Speed for our crits, and Go-Getter for our item damage. Now, there's nothing much else left for us to do except kill the first hero, and here we are at the hero. I don't think he's going to cause us any kind of a problem, so we'll start off with a Susanoo here and a Gold Throw. The basic attacks should just be able to kill him here. If we can get really lucky, we just want him to sit in that punish ability with the Joan. He's probably going to go for his invulnerable move here, so we can't kill him without him doing it. So you can just dodge through all these attacks, and he should be dead from a few basics. But you know what? We will set up a smokescreen first, just so we can tank any kind of attack he wants to throw at us. And just sit in that ability for me, mate. Stand still. Don't take any kind of damage. And there we go. He's out of his first phase. His second phase shouldn't be causing us too much problems either. So you're just going to be playing it smart. We don't want to be wasting our abilities in the first place because he does like to move around at the start quite a bit. So let's pop a Susanoo here. It should be able to hit him and get the big damage off. Let's sit in the smoke screen, go for the basics whilst we can't get hit. And now we can go for the big damage here on the first hero. He's already on half health nearly. And whilst he's sat here, let's put a smoke screen down to get the big damage, and we can't take damage ourselves. And let's pop a smoke screen down. Let's go for the basics. We don't want to be standing too close to him because I think he's going to go for his life draining move pretty soon. So let's sit on the other side of the map because I think he's going to go for it right now. Or not, he's just going to pin me into a wall and probably kill me. No, just a little bit less health, but we can just run away from you. Let's stick a smoke screen down, go for the basics, and you're just going to be dead here. Possibly one of the easiest hero fights I've had in my entire life. So that was our Thief run in Dark Mirror level 10. If you guys did enjoy, you do want to help support the channel, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you are new here. This has been Mystic, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.